What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king. Welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon Black and White 2. In the last episode, we climbed the Dragon Spiral Tower and caught ourselves Reshiram once and for all, using my Lone Master Ball to do it. And we also gathered all the items within, of course, as you do. Today, we are heading off from Castelia City towards, well, the rest of the region. We haven't crossed Sky Arrow Bridge just yet because it has been closed and blocked off this entire time. But now we can finally head across. And no, I don't need any max repels out here. There's no Pokemon on this bridge. However, there are a couple of stops I am actually going to be making this time as we make our way across. There is a specific guy that I am looking for that's out here. And I honestly, I could, if I wanted to, just take my bike across the entire thing. So why don't we just do that? I don't need the dowsing machine either. Is it this guy here, I think? Let's see. Hello, excuse me. I'm terribly sorry to ask, but will you buy a bottle of fresh water for 300? I'm going to say no. Yes, I know. 300 a bottle is expensive, but if I don't sell this, I'll be in trouble. My son and his wife send me money, but they can't send very much. I know I shouldn't rely on them, but there is a lot going on. So to help this old man, please buy my fresh water for 300, please. If I say no again, he will let up, but I'm actually going to say yes. Thank you very much. Buying fresh water for 300, which is more expensive than usual. What a generous person you are. I'll never forget your kindness for the rest of my life. And there we go. We get ourselves one free fresh water. But why would we want a fresh water at this stage in the game? Well, I don't think it's you. The man, he's standing right in the middle of the Sky Arrow Bridge, I think. I'm assuming he's talking about the sales guy, right? But what about you? Oh, so thirsty. Give me fresh water? Yes. Refreshed. I'm 100% rehydrated. I feel better now. Thank you. I'll dash to the next bridge. The next bridge, huh? Okay, well, I actually kind of want to figure out where the heck this guy is going. So what is the next bridge exactly? Well, if we take a look at the map here, I do believe it's going to end up being Driftville Drawbridge. You got Driftville, Marvelous, Village, and Tubeline. But Driftville is technically next, so why don't I head off to Nimbasa City real quick? And after stopping off in Nimbasa, I managed to grab myself 5 more fresh waters because that's how many you're going to need. Not 4, actually. There is a 5th secret bridge that we haven't, I didn't technically include. So I'm going to head on over this way. Although, actually, I should probably stop off and sell my mushrooms here, shouldn't I? Let me do that really quickly with this lady. Yeah, so hang tight. Okay, sorry, I wanted to actually do that while we were here, I figured, since I don't know if we're ever going to be coming back for any reason. So off to the Driftville Drawbridge we go. We're looking for the same guy in the orange shirt, if we can find him. Don't know exactly where he has gone to exactly, but he's got to be around here. There he is! Oh, thirsty. Maybe on the Sky Arrow Bridge. Give me fresh water? Here you go, buddy. Refreshed, 100% rehydrated. I feel better now, thank you. I'll dash to the next bridge. All right, now off he goes, and we will be following him. So our next spot is the Tubeline Bridge, which the easiest access from there is actually from Opelucid City. So I'm going to head there next. And Route 9 is incredibly straightforward and easy to go right through, so we'll just hurry past that. Wait, oh, actually, it wasn't you, was it? No, I think the guy's actually on the bridge, so hang tight. Yeah, he just had the same sprite, but I'm pretty sure. Yep, it is this guy right here. Oh, so thirsty. Driftville Drawbridge, give me fresh water. It's all yours, buddy. All right, that's 3 down, 3 to go in total. So off to the Village Bridge next. And what a way for me to actually find out you can't fly directly from the Tubeline Bridge. But going from Opelucid City here is still the fastest way. So meet up with this guy again, give him another fresh water. His next stop is going to be the Marvelous Bridge, which actually, in the grand scheme of things, is a little bit more out of the way than the others. But obviously, to get the Marvelous Bridge, we'll just go from Nimbasa. And here we are. All right, let's go find this guy one more time. At least we would assume one more time, right? Because there can't be any other bridges. At least not that we know of, right? Oh, but which one is it? There's 2. It's probably this guy. Yep, it is. Okay, I think the other guy was already there. Another fresh water. Dash to the next bridge. No, I'll leave for the Marine Tube. I like that he actually clarifies. Okay, so the Marine Tube is our final stop. So we're going to be flying straight on over to Undella City, or Undella Town, excuse me. So let me head right there, and we'll go see if we can find him as we make our way through the Marine Tube. Our very last stop. At least I believe, right? Also, what's up, Zinzalin? All right. Onwards we go. I do love the Undella Town music, by the way. It's so unbelievably chill. And I could get more fresh waters here if I didn't have enough. So I guess that is cool to have a vending machine on hand. But all right, let's take a look. So we make our way through the tube once again and see Basculin swimming around. I think I saw Lomomola above for just a second there. Where is this guy? He's got to be in here somewhere. More Basculin. There's Mantine. There he is, all the way at the end. This place is like a walk-through aquarium, but isn't this a place for Pokemon to see us? Yo, it's not you. Well, then where's the dude? I don't see him. Hold on. I might have gone right past him, didn't I? Oh, there he is. Yeah, he was right here. Oh my gosh, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking too much at the fish. Ah, my bad. I'll dash to the next bridge. Wait a minute. What next bridge? There's no bridges left. Well, what he actually means there is he's running off back to Sky Arrow Bridge. So now we can finally proceed along the rest of Sky Arrow Bridge. So I'm going to meet you guys back there in just a moment, and we can finally head off into Pinwheel Forest after the fact. All right, now we can actually make our way almost all the way across. We're not going to stop ourselves with the salesman again, although I will say that if you talk to the freshwater salesman again this time, he gives you a completely different excuse as to why he needs money, just further adding to how shady of a character he is. But let's talk to this guy one more time. Yay, I ran on all the bridges in the Unova region. It's all thanks to you. Please accept these. And we're going to get, as a reward, Moo Milks. It's an entire dozen. Which, you know, that's pretty darn good given how long those Moo Milks lasted me through the game when I bought them all the way back in Driftville City earlier on in the playthrough. Although, of course, Moo Milks are a little less valuable now that our Pokemon are at 200 plus HP, but very useful back then. It's probably just a little late to get a reward like that, but it's still kind of cool. But all right, that's it for Sky Arrow Bridge, and let's head off to Pinwheel Forest and the part of the game where I just get so unbelievably nostalgic. I love these areas so much. It just feels like home all over again. Now, we all know the thing about Pinwheel Forest, that it has an inside area and an outside area. We are technically on the inside area right now. The outside area is closer to the entrance to Nacrene City. There are so many trainers that we're going to be going through in these areas, but a lot of them, while they do have Pokemon in the 60s, many of them are going to have Pokemons that are closer to level 61, 62, etc. So this is technically a higher level area than some of the areas we were in before, like the Moraviceris and whatnot. So it is a slight increase in difficulty, at least with some of these trainers, not all of them. Obviously, this guy's just throwing a Wooper and a Tympole at us, but we're going to have some other fights along the way. But this is going to be the bulk of the next few episodes, is making our way just kind of back to the beginning of it all the way back to, well, eventually out to routes 18 and 19 and off to P2 Laboratory and all that stuff. But we got a lot of stops to make along the way. This is going to be a nice chill set of episodes, which I think I'm fine with. We're thinning trees to protect the forest. That's why we're having Pokemon cut down trees. When there are too many trees, the whole forest gets weaker. These trees being cut down so the whole forest will survive. I'm going to do a lap around Unova clockwise from Nimbasa City without healing my Pokemon. It's the Unovan Spartan Marathon, and next time I'm going to race. Okay. Legendary Pokemon, is it true it was really beyond here? Why is this guy blocking the way, though? Well, I don't know, but we're not going to be able to deal with him. What do we got down here? Is this another trainer? Looks like a daycare lady, I think. So let's battle her next. Like I said, or nursery aide, excuse me. There's so many trainers in this area. It's going to be a lot, but this is good because we need to train up the team. Jack has some catching up to do at this point because I haven't used him in a while. I put him in the box back when we were in White Tree Hollow, and he hasn't had a chance to battle since. So it's been a little bit. Let's get back to Ice Punch-In. Oh, actually, no, wasn't it before Ice Tree Hollow? I think it was before Ice Tree Hollow. Yeah, that's how long it's been. Oh my gosh. Absolutely insane. That's fine. We're just gonna work everybody up to hopefully in the early and mid 70s by the time we're done with this entire thing. I've got all these rare candies on the back burner and whatnot. Just need to make my entire team strong. But of course, you know, that is the one issue with my team of 7 is that eventually somebody is gonna have to take the back seat. But the way I see it, there's like 2 different endings I have in this game, and I can give everyone like a rotation of chances. The only time I can't, obviously, is when we're rebattling the Elite Four. That's where things are going to be kind of set in stone. And as the Pokemon living in the forest, like the sunbeams filter through the leaves too. Wait, sorry, say that again? Maybe they do? That sentence is structured in a way like you're assuming that they don't like it. Why wouldn't they? Who doesn't like sunlight? I can't imagine a single living creature that doesn't like sunlight except... Yeah, I can't imagine it's like, I guess ones that live underground, like moles maybe. or like deep sea fish. Everything else loves it, especially forest creatures. They all need sunlight to live. Whatever. Anyway, let's take out this Dratini. That should push Jack to level... Oh, never mind. That was so little experience, I didn't even do that. Fortunately, these little school kids aren't really throwing anything super powerful at us, so we're not going to get much out of these fights, but that's okay. I love that they all got these little baby dragons, though. Like, someday preschooler Samantha is going to be fucking everyone up with Dragonite, Garchomp, and Salamence. It's kind of awesome. Like, can you imagine being such a spoiled little kid? Like, this is like the privileged child right here. It's like, yes, give our daughter 3 dragons that, you know, that she can train up, and once she learns how to actually evolve them, she'll be the most unstoppable trainer in the world. She's just like, thanks, Daddy. It's like, anything for you, my darling. Actually, the next preschooler we're about to fight does actually have one Pokemon that's halfway decent. So there is that, but only one. So, all right. This kid's got a Burmy that he's going to be leading off with the Plant Cloak. And then I think we also have a set of twins up here that we're going to also battle, and then we can actually start heading on into the actual forest itself. Ice Beam, or Ice Punch you, excuse me. I'm really reluctant to get rid of this move, but the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like, do I 100% need it? I say as I've been Ice Punching my way through this entire forest thus far, and will continue to for the remainder of this fight. I don't know, it's so nice to be able to have the type coverage, but at the same time, it's like there are better moves I could be giving Jack. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to weigh those options. I'll have to come up with something creative by the end of this playthrough in terms of movesets and whatnot, just giving everybody the absolute best stuff that I can give them. Hopefully this Paris doesn't affect Spore my Lucario here, but there's a possibility. Nope, we're good. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Like I said, at least he had a Scyther. The Scyther is at least halfway decent. Love how even the little preschoolers were beating up for money. All right, twins. And yes, you might have seen the NPC that I just ran past, but don't worry, we're going to loop back and talk to him in a second. So these twins are just going to have Plusle and Minun. Nothing really all that difficult to deal with. Especially because we're going to actually have 2 Pokemon out this time, although I wish... Oh, well, I have Challenger out, which is not the most ideal. That's okay. Let's hit you with the... No, not the Flash Cannon. It's not very effective. Aura Sphere, and then we'll hit, I guess, Crush Claw on the Plusle. See how much this does. I don't think this Aura Sphere is going to one-shot Minun, but it'll probably get it pretty close. Yeah, pretty close. I think they're both going to end up pretty close, and that worries me that Challenger... Oh, wow, one-shot the Plusle. Gosh, Challenger, you're so strong. And it wastes its turn using Agility. It might be faster than Jack now, but I don't know. We'll see. That just still seems like a silly move there. It is faster. Trump card! Okay, well, that didn't do anything at all. I mean, I suppose it was an idea. What a weird move for this Pokemon to have, though. Like, of all the moves you could have used, you used the Dark-type move on the Pokemon that double resists Dark. Not that I'm complaining too much, but it just seems a little bit of like a waste of a move. Hi, trainer. If you have a Pokedex, could you show me your habitat list? I want to know about the Pokemon that live in Puma. Okay, so this is the lady you're supposed to show the habitat list to. Let me see. What item does she give you again? She gives you... five nest balls, so I'm not really missing out too much if I do that. But anyway, we got Charon here. I heard that Team Plasma was seen in Pinwheel Forest. Could you help me look for them? Yes. Thank you. This is a good opportunity for me to see up close what you can really do. I suppose I'll follow your lead. Leave recovery to me. So that's right. He's going to be healing our Pokemon after every battle. So let's get into as many double battles as is possible. Now, I do actually have some new Pokemon to go over in these areas. No bios again, of course. I said I wasn't going to be doing this in the postgame. I'm just going to save that list for the next episode, especially because almost all of them are confined to hidden grottos. So there's just a lot to explain with all those. So yeah, I'll do that in the next episode. We'll just get through this fight. And then, yeah, like I said, next time we will worry about it. But okay. Let's do this thing. Now, we got a Chansey here, which actually, Aura Sphere is not going to be the most ideal thing in the world for it. I think I can still do a lot of damage, but it probably might tank it. We'll see. I think I'd be more worried if it was Blissey, but Chansey's got that Chansey's got that crazy special defense. Honestly, that might do more right there than my Aura Sphere did. I probably should have just Ice Punched it. I had a feeling that that was going to be the better option, but Wild Charge. More than enough. Okay, well, good thing Lucario resists that. Otherwise, that would have been very annoying to deal with. And it barely did anything. That's hilarious. Thank you, Intimidate. All right, Levani is next. And that is going to be getting an Ice Punch. But then we also got Ferrothorn, which I would need Fire for that thing. I could have used Aura Sphere as well. Let's get rid of the Levani first, because that's a little bit more terrifying, at least in terms of raw damage output. Ferrothorn's just a tank. Almost got it. Are you going to strengthen Levani? Thank you. Look at you, Charon, actually picking the right Pokemon to go after first. But then we got this thing to deal with. Power Whip, it's not going to do too much damage. I'm not too worried about it. It is a decent amount, but not like the craziest thing in the world. Now let's Aura Sphere you. And like I said, Charon is going to heal us after this fight is all said and done, so should be pretty easy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Pokemon Black and White 2. I hope you all enjoyed it very, very much. In the next episode, we're going to continue making our way through Pinwheel Forest. I'm also going to go over all of the new Pokemon that can be found in this area, as there are a ton, but almost all of them are confined to hidden grottos, like I said. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all then.